Hey guys, just another Trump update. I want to talk about some of his tweets that he did on AI. So I'm going to read his tweet that he wrote on December 8th at 8:20 a.m. He says here, "There must be only one rulebook if we are going to continue to lead in AI. We are beating all countries at this point in the race, but that won't last long if we are going to have 50 states, many of them bad actors, involved in rules and the approval process. There can be no doubt about this. AI will be destroyed in its infancy. I will be doing a one rule executive order this week. You can't expect a company to get 50 approvals every time they want to do something. That will never work." So we got to talk about this, okay? There's just so many bad things in this tweet that he's saying, and also he's showing you who he is, okay? Now, if you believe in the Constitution, right, and we could argue about a lot of things about the Constitution, he is completely shitting all over your U.S. Constitution when he's overruling, or at least he says he's going to try to overrule 50 states who want to regulate companies and their AI bullshit, right? Okay, so right there, it's a federal overreach. Just the idea of it is federal overreach, okay? Secondly, he's saying right here, he is admitting to you right here that he cares about AI, right? Like to the point where he wants to protect it like a fucking mama bear. He says, "There can be no doubt about this. AI will be destroyed in its infancy if he doesn't have federal overreach." So if there are there actually people who are following his Truth Social, and are they actually saying like, "Oh my God, Trump, we need him to save AI. You have to do something about this, Trump. The states are going to destroy the AI in its infancy. We need you to make sure that the AI survives and replaces humanity. We need you to save AI, Mr. Trump." Is anybody saying that? Is anyone saying that? If you killed AI in its infancy right now, that would be akin to going back in time and killing Hitler in his infancy. I don't think the world would fucking cry about it. I think the world would be just fine if AI was gone, right? And I could say the same thing about all the other dictators as well in history, right? But I digress. Here he is showing you his face. He doesn't give a shit about states' rights. He doesn't give a shit about humanity. And he's willing to do anything to save AI. Now, why all of a sudden does he have this desperation to save AI? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the economic AI bubble that everybody is always talking about is going to happen. I don't know. Or he's just using it as another excuse like all these other people. They're going to start talking about China. They're going to start talking about Russia. Although it's mostly China. When it comes to this AI stuff, it's mostly China that they talk about. So he's probably just going to use China as an excuse to do Operation Warp Speed AI. And the MAGA people are going to fall for it. And look, don't get me wrong. If this was a Democrat, like say it was Kamala Harris, and she said the same thing, it would be the reverse. It would be Kamala Harris would be, "We have to do something about AI. We have to save it before the corporations destroy it in its infancy. And we have to make sure that it's going to make everything equal." Like that would be her version of it. But like both versions want to accelerate AI. That's the best I could say it. They would both be doing this. Now, I know you would say, "Oh, but the Democrats would do regulations and regulations." Yeah, but let's be frank. The regulations would just be to their benefit, and they would still want the acceleration of AI, but it would be under what they want the AI to be. You see? So both parties want this AI because it's a struggle. This is going to be the technology to control the masses way more effectively than the TV has done. The TV is failing as a mass hypnosis, right? Well, I don't even really believe in that mass hypnosis theory. I'm just trying to make a point. Basically, the TV is failing, right? Because even though the TV is still successfully keeping the boomer generations and the older generations warped up in the propaganda, the younger generations are now warped up into into these things, right? Now this isn't a smartphone, it's a Kindle, but you get my point. So the younger generations are hooked onto the tablets, the smartphones, and we use alternate media, or we use just the internet, search engines, yada yada yada, which are not fallible. They are fallible. They're not perfect. I don't believe everything I see on the internet. Don't get me wrong. But so that is the next battle. So the AI is the next battlefield to control your mind, or the next generation's minds. This isn't for the older people. Their minds are already caught in between. This is a battle for my mind and your mind, my friend. Anybody who's in my age group, Gen Z and below, and those people and below, the parents are already getting them hooked onto it when they're giving them a smartphone in their carriage, which is absolutely ridiculous. So that is one tweet on December 8th that I wanted to just quickly go over. What do you guys think about his tweet about AI? Do you believe that it's another thing that, oh, we need to compete against the enemy nations? This is a matter of national security, man. Don't you understand? Or are you of the person who says, oh, we just need to advance AI and accelerate it so we could get our utopia of UBI and all of the wonderful things that guys like Elon Musk have promised everybody? Or are you along the lines like me? You think this is a part of the NWO, and it's to depopulate, it's to change things, it's to control, it's all bad? Let me know in the comments.